This is our next topic, or the multiplication and division of algebraic fractions. So we go straight with examples. Solution. We have simplified the following. The first one, A, is 18ab over 15b squared, ABC, sorry, times 20cd over 24de. Okay, this would be equal to, because we are multiplying, okay, I can actually check the numbers first. With the numbers, you can cancel out a lot of things. You see, 3 can go in here 6 times, 3 can go in here 5 times. Okay, this 6 can go in this one how many times? 4 times. Then this 4 can go in here 5 times. See that? And then we're going to have this one will cancel out this. So nothing is left, actually. Nothing is left. Everything is gone. So with the letters now, B can cancel out B. And then A cannot cancel out anything here. C can cancel out this. See? So what are we left with? We are left, okay, D can cancel out. We're all left with A as our answer. A, that's all. Our answer is simply A. Simple. Our answer is simply A. That's the only thing left there. Okay, that's our final answer. The next one, B. In B, we have 12 dn cubed over 15 cd cubed. Okay, so divide by 9c cubed n over 10c squared d squared. So this would be equal to, because this is division, I will have to first of all change it to multiplication to give me 12dn cubed over 15c d cubed times, when you multiply, when you change this to multiplication, you invert this to give you 10c squared d squared over 9c cubed n, like this. Okay, now I look out for what can cancel out. What can cancel out? Between this and this, 3 can go. 3 here, 4, 3 in here, 5. Between this and this, 5 can go. 5 in here, 1, 5 in here, 2. Okay, I think that's all. That's all. That is all, because nothing can go again. So that's it with that. So I have 8 over 9 now. 8 over 9. Okay, let's move on. So what do we have for this? This is going to be D can cancel out one of these D's. So I will have D squared left. 1D is gone. So this D squared can go off with this D squared. See, all the D's are gone now. All the D's are gone now. Okay, what about N? N will go off one time. So it will go on N squared times. Okay, what again can cancel out? C, there is C here. This C1 will go off with 1C here. So 1C here, 1 will go off with 1C here, C squared. So all we have here is going to be N times 2, that's 2N squared. Okay. Sorry, I've taken this 2 already. So it's going to be, let me do like this so that it will be easier for us. 4 times N squared times 2, which is going to be 8N squared over, then nothing is left here. Nothing. 9C squared. 9C squared. That's my final answer. The next question, C. We have A squared minus B squared. Everything over A squared plus AB. Divide by 2A minus 2B. 2A minus 2B over AB. As usual, you change this division to multiplication. So if I do so, I'm going to have a squared minus b squared over a squared plus ab times, by changing it to multiplication, you invert this, ab over 2a minus 2b. See, this is quite simple. Okay, now I can now factorize this so I can see factors that can cancel out. So this is simply the difference of two squares, a minus b, a plus b, okay, over, and then this one a can factor out, a bracket a plus b, see, times ab over here, 2 can factor out, 2 bracket a minus b. This is simple, right? Okay, clearly we see that a minus b is a factor that can cancel out, right? What about a plus b? Can cancel out here, see? What about a can cancel out? So what are we left with? We're left with b over 2. See that? Okay, next one. The next question is D. Is it D? Yeah, D. In D, we have a squared minus 4 over a squared minus 3a plus 2 divide by a over a minus 1. Good. This is a good one. The only problem we may have here is the denominator here. Okay, we have to factorize it. Okay, so in doing so, but this is something like the difference of two squares, but not completely yet. You can see so now until you put this as a squared number. So I am going to have this as a squared minus 2 squared. See, over. Now, what about this? You see, I can factorize this. I'm not going to write those things I wrote earlier on because you're used to that already. So here is 1 minus 3, 2. What are those two numbers I can multiply to give you 2? 1 times 2. And then when you add them, they give you minus 3. The numbers are minus 1 and minus 2. So I have a squared minus a minus 2a, then plus 2, like this. I've split it. Divide by, or times, let me put times quickly, then I'll invert that, times a minus 1 over a. This is quite simple. So here can now be written as a minus 2 bracket a plus 2. You're familiar with this step already. So here I can factor out a minus 1, factor out a, then factor out 2. Of course, this is negative, here is going to be positive. I keep repeating this. Minus 2 bracket, then a minus 2. See that? Times a minus 1 over a. See? So this now eventually would become a minus 2, a plus 2 over this a minus 2, then a minus, I made a mistake here. There's a mistake here. This is 1. Supposed to be 1. If you notice, I took a into 2. Here is going to be 1. Okay. So so a minus 1, right? A minus 1. Okay. Times a minus 1 over a. Okay. So I can now start looking out for factors. What are those factors I can cancel out? You see, this can go off with this. Gone. What about this? This can go off with this. So I'm going to have what's left. Don't cancel this and this. No. A plus 2 over 2 over a. That's my final answer. Okay. E now. This is D. Okay. Now E. In E we have e squared minus 5e plus 6 over e squared plus 2e minus 3 divide by, that's the question, 3e minus 9 over 2e squared plus 6e. Okay, I have to now do this factorization. See, I have 1 minus 5 6, okay, as my coefficients. All I need to do is the product of this and this. The product of this and this is what? 6. So 6 is the product. The sum is -5. I'm looking for two numbers whose product is 6 and their sum is -5. Those two numbers have to be -2 and -3. Okay, so I have it. E squared minus 2e minus 3e for this. Okay, then plus 6 over. Now what about this? Two numbers whose product is -3. 1 times -3 is -3, and then their sum is +2. Those two numbers have to be 3 and -1. 3 and -1. So I have e squared plus 3e minus e minus 3. Okay, then I'll change this one to multiplication, then invert this. 2e raised to the power 2 plus 6e over 3e minus 9. Okay, the next thing, I will factor out something here, which is e can factor out e minus 2. Then I can factor out 3 here, which is going to be -3. Factor out -3 because it is negative here. Here is going to change to positive, negative, because it's positive. Okay, e minus 2 now. Okay, over. So here is going to be e factored out to give me e plus 3. Then -1 now. -1 bracket e plus 3. See, I factored out -1. So here is going to change to positive. Check it very well. I told you if here is negative, here is going to change to its opposite sign. Times, I will factor out something here. What can factor out? 2e. 2e bracket. If I take 2e out, e is going to be left plus 3. See? Plus 3 over. If you take out 3 here, e is going to be left minus 3. See that? Okay. This becomes e minus 3 bracket e minus 2. Everything divided by e minus 1 e plus 3 times 2e bracket e plus 3 bracket e minus 3. I'm done with the factorization. Now the next thing is to look out for factors that can cancel out. This will go off for this clearly. E minus 3 gone. Nothing more. Anything else? No. So I have my final answer. My final answer, let's be sure. Yeah, it's going to be 2e bracket e minus 2, okay, over e minus 1. This is my final answer. I have simplified it. The last one, quickly, the last one, f. We have a squared plus ab minus 2b squared over a squared minus 2ab minus 3b squared, right? Times a squared minus b squared over ab plus 2b squared, right? Divide by a squared minus 2ab then plus b squared over a squared minus 3ab. Okay, that is it. Please, this is 2ab minus 2ab. Okay, I can now do this way. I'll first of all, you see, this has to be changed to multiplication, then I'll invert it. Okay, the coefficients are 1, 1, minus 2. Again, right? What are those numbers you multiply to get this product? This times this. And then their sum is this. The obvious answer is 2 and minus 1, so I'll have it. Let me write it quickly. A squared plus 2ab minus ab. I'm done with that, right? Then minus 2b squared. Everything over. Now, what are the coefficients here? 1 minus 2 minus 3. The product is 1 times minus 3 is minus 3. Product is minus 3. And then the sum is minus 2. So what are those two numbers you multiply to get minus 3? And when you combine them, you add them together, they give you minus 2. It's the reverse here, right? Sorry, it's not the reverse here. It's going to be 3 minus 1. Minus 1, minus 3 plus 1. Minus 3 plus 1. Yeah. A squared minus 3ab plus ab minus 3b squared, right? Okay, times, now a case of difference of two squares here, right? So a minus b, a plus b, right? Over here, I'm going to have b factored out, b bracket a plus 2b, like this. Then times, I have a squared minus 3ab over a squared minus 2ab plus b squared plus b squared. See, if you notice, I inverted it, right? This is now denominator, this is numerator because of this changing to this. Okay, so now this will now become a factored out to produce a plus b, 2b, right? Then minus b factored out here to give me a plus 2b again, over here a factored out to give me a minus 3b, then factor b out, b plus b bracket a minus 3b. They have to be the same, right? Okay, times a minus b, a plus b, everything over b bracket a plus 2b. Then times, I'll factor out a here, a bracket a minus 3b. Okay, what are the factors here? You see, this is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. I am going to find two numbers whose product is, you see, 1 minus 2, 1, right? The product is going to be 1, and then the sum is minus 2. So I'm going to have minus 1 minus 1. So we have a squared minus ab plus b squared. See, that's what I'm going to have. So that means my final result here, I can factorize here to give me a minus b, a plus 2b over a plus b, a minus 3b times a minus b, a plus b over b bracket